What's up, man? Welcome back to another episode of the Bowling Green Dynasty Rebuild. Hey, yeah. And in today's episode, we are starting off season 2. Yes, sir. We running it back. And as you can see, we are going up against number 2 Clemson. Yes, the Clemson that just won the national title against North Carolina, the team we lost to. Damn it! We're going up against Clemson in the first game. Like I said last year, which would be probably last week, the episode before the last one, we're going to find out how good our team is real fast. We're going to run through the depth chart real quick because we do have some new players. For those who don't know, we have a new starting quarterback at Bernard Cruz. We have 2 wide receivers that are starting, JUCOs. Bernard Cruz is a JUCO too, but we got Tom Hayford and Ben Harrington. We have some new playmakers coming in. At backup free safety, we have Bo Diggs. Looking for him to make a big splash next season. May get some playing time at cornerback too, so we'll be on the lookout for that. And we got the freshman, the best freshman we got coming in, Brett Austin. He is a true freshman. We will have him for all 4 years, hopefully. And we have a freshman punter, David Lucas. He is an 80 overall coming in, so be on the lookout for him too. But with all that being said, let's hop into the game. As you can see, I usually skip past this, but as you can see, we are a 79 overall. Holy shit! Yes, we jumped up a lot. Defense is at a 80 and offense is at a 79. But on Clemson's side, they are a 97 overall. And you can see the little arrows, they just tipping over to Clemson's way. So we got that to contend with. Okay, top players for Clemson. We have a 98 overall right end, a 98 overall wide receiver, and a 97 overall defensive tackle. It could get ugly, folks. And on our side, we got Carl with the K, T. Stu, and Darren Anders. So we got 3 returning players as the top players for us.
Hi everybody, Reese Davis with you, bringing you the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 pregame show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. It's understood at Clemson. If you're not ready to play, still be hands off that rock and do not run down that hill. But when you go down that hill and you arrive
sizing
in Death
them
Valley,
up,
you better be ready to bring it. And the Tigers are, as we're set
hopefully
to go
we can stay in the game.
For checking out the pregame show, NCAA college football action coming up next with Brad and Kirk on the call.
Number 2
David
Clemson.
And I will see you at halftime.
We coming in unranked after being the number 1 team. Oh, they gonna touch the rock. They got the Tiger out there. Look at the fans. DJ. We in Death Valley. Hopefully we don't get beat to dead. Hopefully we don't get beat to death. Oh man, my speech is terrible. Y'all don't have to tell me. I already know.
Howard's Rock and the exciting tradition of running down the hill. It's time for the coin toss now, presented by Coke Zero.
A lot of orange out there,
0 calories.
but I don't believe they out there for Bowling Green. We going heads. Okay, they gonna kick it.
The kickers got
We
the ball
don't
set
have
up, and we're
crew
ready to
returning
get this
kicks
thing
this
started.
year.
And this
My boy was a
season is
senior. He
officially
got on
underway.
up out of here. We are in a hostile environment. Can we come in here and make this a game?
And he's taken down around the 27-yard line. Couple of yards there.
Okay.
The option to the halfback.
As usual, it's gonna be a lot of option. And we got Trayvon Remore. He was red-shirted last season.
Running room there.
Actually, I don't think he was. He just wasn't on the depth chart for some reason. Okay.
He's at midfield.
Bernard Cruz gets his first carry. Okay.
Has some daylight. He gets hit.
Yes, sir. Bernard Cruz has some legs, folks. Something that Mac McDonald didn't really have.
Set up and
Well,
drops it.
It's probably good that he didn't catch that. Let's go back to the option. Let's not get away too far away from what was working.
Got an opening. He's at the 20, and he's shoved out of bounds at the 19. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 19-yard line.
Bernard Cruz already making a difference on the ground.
Nice yardage on that run.
That boy got hit. If you watched the final game of last season, Matt McDonald got hurt, which impacted the game.
And they make the stop at the 14.
So I have to be careful on how much I run with the quarterback. T. Stu also got hurt in that game. He came back.
Definitely here when you're playing in this
but Big Mac got knocked out with a concussion. Okay. That's a nice accurate pass.
Right around the 8-yard
Let's go.
line. 6 points here.
Let's try a straight run here. See what we can get between the tackles.
Get over here. Taken down around the 7-yard line.
Nothing. That's what we're getting. Okay.
The 7-yard line.
No. T. Stu rushed for 1,000 yards last year. I'm hoping he can repeat that this year. That would help out a whole lot.
The crowd is always into it here.
But right now we have to pass it. It's right there. There we go. Ben Harrington already making an impact with his TD, first TD of the season.
Nice catch
and the first TD pass for Bernard Cruz.
You got to keep an eye for this guy.
And he got all of this one. Great kick.
Okay.
He's to the 20. They'll bring him down to the 26-yard line.
They're going to return it. Justin Ross.
He gets to about the 34-yard line.
Kobe. Can we do what we did last year on the defensive side? Or the beginning of last year?
Pace gets the call.
Ooh.
And it's always a plus if you're able to pick up the first down.
Is that hard hitter out there? Oh.
Quick throw out to the receiver. He's
okay.
Around the 39-yard line. Ball
we have to be
line.
on the lookout for this passing game. Look at some DBs on the field.
Bruh.
Ah, they will not let me move.
He gets out to about the 21-yard line.
I was stuck. I was literally stuck. I couldn't do anything. And all that gets blocked.
He's out of bounds at the 13-yard line.
Another easy pass. That boy DJ's looking swole out there. So they killing us in the passing game. Let's go cover 2. Now they're going to run it.
Brought down after a nice run up the middle.
That's about right.
Plays good for about 6.
So we haven't been able to do anything positive on the defensive side.
C4 has been successfully activated.
Send in Diggs. Coming in, making an impact already. With a sack. First sack of the season. Yes, sir. And that'll knock him back to the 14. I bet they run it again.
Run left side.
Get him. Brock Horn with the shoestring tackle.
Had a couple years of experience.
No, sir. He's going to be short.
Ross picks up about 4 yards with a catch.
Last season, we ran that exact same defense and got burnt. Threw a short pass to the flat and then went for a first down.
Kicks away.
And that's how we lost the game. After the defense.
A crowd like this, and they didn't keep them from Doing the job.
Yes, sir. Coach of the year. Yeah. But like I was saying, the defense performed so well for the first part of the season, well, the majority of the season. And we got down to the end of the season, and they started giving up a lot of points. Let's go, Trayvon.
Brought down at the 36.
I like the way you do that right there, right there.
I feel like we are controlling the time of possession battle right now. I tried to hand that off, but he didn't.
They'll lose a yard on that.
Bernard Cruz still looking good on the ground with an average of 7 per carry.
Catches it. He's
Okay.
punished. Harrington picks up 6 yards.
We go to
with
Ben
that
Harrington again. We might be hitting AO right here. Yep.
Throws complete. He stopped immediately.
Only a yard short. We're going to go for it.
Somebody hit the upset alert button because this one looks like it just might be heading in that direction. The Falcons lead it by 4.
And they going goal line like I thought.
This is a
And we're going
pretty
HB
controversial
stretch.
call. I really would have expected them to punt this ball.
You must not know the AP Coach of the Year then.
He's knocked out of bounds.
I'm the Coach of the Year. Y'all just commentating. Okay?
Bowling Green is up 4.
Still moving the ball.
He's on the run.
Bernard Cruz with the wheels.
Slides down.
See, Big Mac couldn't do that last year. He just couldn't. He could not outrun that defensive player. He would have got tackled right there. See how they gonna line up on this wide receiver screen. I don't like how they lining up on that, so let's change that and spread them out. Okay.
Going to the end
Can
zone.
he? Oh, that was almost intercepted.
Great reaction to get his hands in the way of that pass.
Oh, fucking do it again.
They are starting to play up a little bit.
Tackle after a decent run.
Hopefully that'll work in our favor. I got to say that I'm impressed with Bernard Cruz's performance so far. Let's see. Well, Harrington beat him over the top. I don't know.
Quickly, it's almost intercepted.
No. I was thinking the tight end was going to break across in front of the defender and not let him get in front of him, but I was wrong. So we're going to see what the new kicker's going to do.
Through the uprights.
And we stop. Oh, boy.
The 38-yard line.
That could have been bad.
Quick throw.
Oh, jump ball.
Intercepted.
Mr. Anderson, come on, baby.
I'd do it again, and none of you could stop me.
Makes it out to
Brett
about
Austin
50.
on the tackle. Did I jump? I don't think I did.
That's a great tackle at the 38.
We might have a superstar on our hands. That's a straight
And
run.
he's taken down around the 36-yard line.
I was not paying attention. This man was in the backfield the whole time. They running it. They gotta be. And nobody.
He
Oh!
makes his way to about the 22.
He got up slow, but he got up and got him. Will Shipley. I don't know. Yep.
Again, he'll get the call.
And that'll be a touchdown.
Tigers.
Kobe Pace. All in our
He is
face.
such a talented, skillful back, as you saw right there.
Disregarded
What makes him
the
even
defender
better
with grace.
is that these coaches know
And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
Okay. Ben Harrington is going to get a chance to return.
He's to the 20.
He's still on his
And he
feet.
has it on the corner.
He's still on his feet.
At the 30. And
Ben
he's taken
Harrington.
down at the 36-yard line.
Making plays in the return game. So we might have us a star at wide receiver in Ben Harrington.
Looking for the corner. And he shoved out of bounds.
Bernard
at
Cruz
the
with the quick
45.
feet. already with 9 rushes and 71 yards in the first half for Ben Harrington.
And they make the stop.
Okay. We got a safety coming down to the line. He wasn't even a factor, though. We get 8 yards to a T-Stew. Should we take a chance? It's 2nd and 2. I think so.
He scrambles. Under heavy pressure. They'll bring him down at the 35-yard
Looked like we
line.
might have had somebody open, but get the first down. We are still in the game. Clock ticking down to halftime.
Oh, he had some steam on that throw.
And that goes nowhere. We actually lose 5 yards on that.
He's scrambling.
Tucker Melton
And a quick throw.
with a completion.
Taken down at the 23-yard line.
Something that he had a hard time doing last season. And we called on Tyrone and got an FD.
So much to this team.
Boy.
And right now, it looks like he's maybe going to be able to get back in the game. Doesn't look like he's in that much pain, so we'll hope.
Oh, Tucker Melton.
Out of bounds, right around the 4-yard
That boy
line.
said this is a different season. I hit the weight room. And now I'm breaking tackles for a reason. We could have brought Bernard Cruz back in, but it was a high risk for injury, so we're just going to leave him on the bench. No need to get our starting quarterback hurt for the remainder of the season in the first game. We don't have Christian Sims, but we got another guy. Oh, Griffin Little got hit big. I probably could have ran option. It's kind of tough. It's kind of tough trying to run from. We're going to call timeout.
Going to take their first time out of the half.
It's tough to try to pass with only 3 yards to go. Let's run the option and see if we can get it with that. I think we can. Tucker Melton, low on the shoulder, and delivering the boom.
Really good vision here by the quarterback and a good understanding of where he was on the field.
Can we hold them scoreless for 55 seconds?
If things don't turn around in a hurry, it's really going to start.
We are about to find out.
Slings it. He's out of bounds at the 31-yard line. So an empty backfield.
Carl Brooks hasn't got a sack yet. This will be a good time to get one. Carl with the K. He ain't gonna get loose.
Gets it out to his receiver.
That wide receiver's gonna get loose.
He's tackled right around the 46-yard line.
Oh boy.
Pitch and catch there on second.
Getting the pass defense, and it's a screen.
Tosses out to the
No,
tailback
sir.
on the screen, and he's stopped behind the line. That's a loss of 4 yards.
Regular.
Oh, good
Right
D.
there to knock it away.
Deshaun Jones Jr. with the deflection.
Secondary was in
3rd and 15. Don't give up nothing deep. Let's get the stop. Come Carl Brooks.
And that'll make it 4th down.
And he dropped
they
it.
just couldn't connect on the pass there. That was a very good stand by this team.
Can we do it? Let it go.
So this one goes
Okay.
into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback.
This
Tucker-
offensive line
Tucker
really
is showing me a
opened up
little
some
bit
big
right now.
gaps for the running back last time.
And we got that boy playing up on Hayford over there. Nope, didn't get open.
Fires it out.
Javonte
Down
Kinsey
around the 31-yard line.
back up to the line. And right there,
Throw out to the receiver.
that'll be AO.
Around the 40.
Taking what they give us.
5 wide receivers.
Tucker Melton.
go.
You better call Tyrone and tell him what you need. We need to run a play.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide. Quick strike.
He dropped it. Are we in field goal range? That's the question.
I
don't think we really have a choice. We have to
3 points before the half ends.
We got the win. They don't think we can make it. They got back there.
Kicks up.
It's good. 46-yard field goal for the new kicker. He had plenty of leg.
So at the end of the half, the Falcons lead 20-10.
We up 20-10 on the number 2 team in the country. Need I say more?
Glad to have you with us in the studio for the EA Sports NCAA Football 14 halftime show presented by Nissan. Innovation that excites. Reese Davis and David Pollack here, completely locked in on that first half. Maybe the most important statistic in the first half, no turnovers for either team. So far, a good job of ball security, but
no
now
turnovers.
If the quarterbacks can avoid putting the ball in
Tucker
jeopardy,
Melton
they're going to want to make a big play, and that might sort of set off
making
a
the case
frenzy on the defensive side.
to be the starting quarterback.
Defenses, that's the #1 priority. I mean, you can give up a lot of yards. They can chew up yards up and down the field, but if you can force turnovers, then you're
nice,
keeping
accurate
off the scoreboard,
passes,
and that's your #1 goal. So defenses, they have to
no
be a
turnovers
upset right now, and they got to try to find
with
ways
dominating
to
time of
hit
possession.
hard. How about when you're tackling?
With dominating the ground game,
be able to strip the ball out, get the ball out, try to get some interceptions. Try to
this
make some
is a
user
recipe
picks,
for a win.
Do whatever you can to try to get the football back from that offense and set your offense up.
Can we hold them off?
That's going to do it for David and me here in the studio. Time to get you back to the game. Brett and Kirk ready to take you home in the second half.
Back to the action here, just about set for the second half.
Set to return.
He really got a hold of that kick.
Okay.
He's to the 20. He's taken down.
Shipley with a good return.
Want to get back in the game.
Ran past him again. I used to be good at that, and now I'm terrible. I thought when you practice something, you get better at it. I'm getting worse.
Quick shot.
Good D.
Through his hands.
That would have been pretty
That Darren
remarkable
Anders?
if he managed to hold on to.
I really wasn't trying to pick that. They're playing it too safe on a down where I feel like they're going. Oh!
He's
God!
taken down at midfield.
I thought they were going to run it. They were going to run it. I overplayed it and got beat with the pass. Carl Brooks.
This quarterback
He didn't get the sack,
Fred, he's going to sit
but
in
he
that
disrupted
pocket
it.
and give himself pressure, or just to
If
throw
Carl
the ball
Brooks ever
before
get
you
it going.
hit.
Quick pass.
That's
Man
another
open and
drop
drop.
pass. These receivers for Clemson have caught a case of the drops.
Fires a bullet.
And it's wide open.
Stays in bounds. to
Why
make a nice
open my
catch.
mouth?
That's good decision making there.
You see what
Mechanics
happened
by the
when I say that?
quarterback. He knew where he wanted to go with the ball.
They immediately
but he
get a
looked
first
off the
down.
other receivers first.
The defense jumped, but I think a lineman moved first.
And that player locked on me again. Okay, let's run a little zone here. They still might run it.
Deep ball.
Intercepted by Mr. Anderson. No, we ain't near. We trying to get the pick six. Oh, juked him. Still on his feet.
He seemed a little hesitant on that throw, and that left the defender time to
Mr.
break on the ball and pick it
Anderson with the interception in the end zone. Thought I was gonna kneel it. You wrong. Hit that ball with the Now he gone.
Dude, what the fuck?
Tucker Melton still in the game. And we got them playing up on AO. I like AO off the line. I really do, but he doesn't. He might have got him. And they almost threw the interception right back to him.
Up the middle for a nice game. Melton Gets 6 yards after taking it himself.
3rd and 4. Oh. And he dropped it.
Incomplete.
Of course he did.
So that took a perfectly timed
turn. He gets it away.
Is that supposed to intimidate me?
Really nice punt.
Oh.
They'll bring him down at the 35.
That boy had the stiff arm from God.
His defense will lay down lightly. They're going to try to continue to rattle this guy.
I got him that time, folks.
Right around the 32.
I got him that time, coach. Okay, we blitzing.
On the 32-yard line.
We blitzing Darren Anders.
Let's go.
Oh.
Gets to around the 42.
Okay. Hey, let's blitz linebackers and a safety.
Defense coming and the ball comes out.
Oh.
And they'll get him in the backfield.
Okay. So was it a sack? Blaine Sprouse with a sack and a fumble. The fumble was immediately recovered by the offense.
Singleton awaits the snap.
But we get to stop on 4th down, on 3rd down.
Diggs
Oh.
at the 25, and he's
Bo
tackled
Diggs
at the
gets
32-yard line.
Knocked out. I feel like I'm having a good game on the field and a bad game on commentary. All right. He wide open. He wide open. Hey. Oh, and he fumbled.
They fall on it.
Oh, my God.
First down, going the other way.
Often you'll see this from a playmaker. He tried to do a little bit
Was he
extra
down?
and ended up losing the
I
ball.
hope. Yeah, he was
Nice
down.
play by the defense to recover that ball.
He was down.
To see whether or not the ball came out before he was down.
He was down.
So a big momentum shift could be in the
Oh,
making here. As we
I
take
don't
a
know.
look at the possible fumble.
He might not have been down. Was that? That knee might have been down. Overturn it.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Yes, sir.
Well, after seeing the replay, it was apparent that his knee was down before
Need the
he
ball
lost
back.
the ball.
Yep.
They've got a 1st and 10.
Okay.
On the 19-yard line.
After a turnover scare.
Here he goes.
By one of my sure-handed receivers. Hey, yo.
Situation here.
Let's get back to the ground game. See if we can run some more time off of the clock.
Nice run to the outside.
We had the lead, so ain't no need to rush. T. Stu is really not having a great game so far. But I'm pretty sure he'll be happy with the win.
And they make the stop at the 3-yard line.
This will be the biggest win of my coaching career.
Fires out quickly to the tailback.
And the screen pass isn't working either. Okay. I like my chances with my boy A.O. really.
Lets it fly.
And there it is.
Caught with a touchdown.
Hey. Oh. Give him a jump ball and let him go.
He stepped up and threw a touchdown pass to his wideout.
Yep, good job of protection, and the quarterback spotted his man.
Let's go.
27. Nice kick, plenty of distance.
So we are up 17
To the 20.
on the defending champions.
Down.
Whew. Why couldn't we
come
just
back in this game,
beat North Carolina and make it to the
this
championship
offense
game?
has to get rolling.
Well, I made him pitch it.
Makes
Get
it
the
out
tackle.
to about the 43.
Yeah, I'm not shocked.
Ball on the 43. Pace.
Get back there, Brock Horn. And a whole gang of Falcons try to bring him down.
You're not going to break many tackles when
And
this
he
guy
finally
gets his
tackled.
hands on.
Bring him down.
Carries the ball for a nice gain.
Okay.
3rd down.
This might be a pass and it might be a run. And it's a run. Get him. And he'll be short. Wouldn't be surprised they go for it. And they choose not to go for it. This could be a fake.
He doesn't want to touch back here. He wants to knock this
I did get a fake ran on me last season.
Oh, excellent.
I'll let that go.
Nice run up the middle.
And Tucker Melton takes a shot.
Quarterback keeper. Nice run there. So he picks up about 5 on the option to the halfback.
Everybody put your foes up.
And right now it looks like we may have an upset.
Put your foes up in the comment section.
Bowling Green.
Can we get the upset? Beat the number.
Tackle after a decent run up the gut.
Woo, let's go Bowling Green, yeah. There are no deep safeties. I'm kind of liking it. Kind of liking that.
He scrambled.
Okay. Just get it out of his hand.
Forced a bad pass.
I think they've been a little.
Okay.
They hook up over the middle. Brought down at about the 40.
I feel like Ben Harrington is going to be my go-to receiver now.
Pattern for about a 9-yard gain. Makes it
full back dive.
You know, Brad,
Griffin Little
second, third down that they've been
comes up big. Will it work? Oh, it works this time.
He's at the 40.
It works this time.
At the 33.
If you watch any of the episodes last season, you would know that I struggled with the toss plays. Okay, we got Bernard Cruz back in the game.
Sets up a screen.
I can say
he's at the 20. He's knocked out of bounds.
That Tucker Melton did not let me down, but it's hard to beat Bernard Cruz on the ground.
Oh shit! Here we go again.
Oh, unless you do that,
17-yard line.
That'll probably beat it.
From your running game. You're looking for some solid north and south progress. You never want to give the defense a play like that to build their confidence.
Makes the catch, and he's got nowhere to go.
I didn't see the linebacker sitting right there. Is the linebacker covering Tommy G, or is it the safety?
Throws in a hurry.
Got him. Tommy G. Bernard Cruz with a touch pass.
Can play some football.
You bet he can. He's
over the back of the defense.
Player. He's just as good at blocking.
Field in the gun with 5 wide receivers.
Okay.
Here's the throw, and I don't think he got anything on that.
We held the good offense to 10 points. I'd say the defense has done pretty good so far. I might have to put my foot in my mouth now.
And he's taken down at about the 27-yard
Okay.
line. Here's a quick throw. He couldn't hang on. Incomplete.
Another drop pass. There's a lot of drop passes for Clemson so far.
Singleton is waiting for the snap.
Bo Diggs. Bo Diggs.
And he has it on the corner. He makes it out to maybe the 49-yard line.
All right.
And now he pitches it. Up the middle for a nice
Ben Harrington get him a carry this time. Okay. Oh.
44-yard line.
You know,
okay, Big Lem.
Like he should have made the pitch, but he kept it instead and wound up going backwards.
Trying to put Bernard Cruz back on the bench. And we got nothing. Throw it.
38-yard line.
Not only did they give up a sack here, but their quarterback just got hit hard. If I'm an offensive coordinator, or especially an offensive line coach,
nothing was there.
Hold my offensive line, making sure these guys
just
are on the
threw it
same
away.
page, and they've got to take more pride in taking care of their quarterback than that.
Shipley back to return it. He puts it away, and it's a great kick. He's out to the 30. Tackle made at the 37.
We are 2 minutes and 22 seconds away from being number 2 Clemson. Get that out of here.
It's almost intercepted.
That's a user deflection. Deshaun Jones Jr.
Just throws this one away.
That was almost a sack.
This quarterback's got to do much better.
Oh.
And down he goes at about the 40.
Gave him too much of a cushion for the pushing.
Zips it to the back.
Caught with the K.
Yard line.
With the tackle for loss on the play. Now they got to go hurry up.
Less than 2 minutes in the fourth quarter.
Down 24. And he make it. Ooh.
Zips it out to his runner. He's got him again. Tackle made right around the 38-yard line. He's taken down around the 13-yard line.
I believe I can.
Come here.
He tackles him hard at the 21.
We laying down the law. And that's Henderson. That ain't even called with a K. And he's wide open.
He steps out at the 4-yard line.
Yeah, he's wide open. No, sir.
For a loss.
The defense was playing the run
And they'll probably go for it.
They got it right. Nice work.
Clemson's going to take their first time out of the half.
And they run it. And they get it. And they get the touchdown.
He's got a nose for the end zone. What more can you say?
You gonna pass it? Oh, and it's almost intercepted and almost caught off the deflection.
63-yard drive. And
Demonstrated a tremendous
Gonna be an onside kick.
ability and leadership today. I'd be very surprised.
Let's get it, Javante Kinsey. Okay.
he's taken down at the 45-yard line. The Falcons came out, man, they were on a mission, it seemed like, from the opening kickoff, and they hadn't let up.
Yes, sir, we on a mission. We lost in the college football playoff
so this quarterback's going to be looking for
to North Carolina
on this drive.
by 10, and North Carolina turns around and loses to Clemson.
And he's tackled right around the 42-yard line.
We should have been in the national championship game. I don't know if we would have did this.
Line. It's second down.
But they not calling timeouts either. I just noticed it. I'm gonna let the clock run down. Run one more play.
Run, and he's brought down.
And that'll do it, folks. Coming off a heartbreaking loss in the college football playoff, we come out in the next season and knock out the number 2 team, the defending champion, Clemson Tigers.
Thanks, and we'll see you soon.
Tucker Melton came off the bench and got player of the game. He wouldn't have got there if Bernard Cruz would have never got hurt. We got Mr. Anderson getting an interception. Thought I was gonna get a pick 6 there for a minute. Hit that ball, spin move, knocked out. Got Blaine Spryers with the forced fumble, which was immediately picked up by the offense. Bernard Cruz with the touch pass to Tommy G in the back of the end zone. Boy, oh boy. And we got a brick wall right here. Yes, sir. Okay. Okay, we're gonna do a quick rundown here. Let's see, we'll stop on anything that stands out, which these two right here. Hold an opponent under 150 rush yards and hold the opponent under 300 passing yards. That's how you win the game right there. And we beat a top 5 team, of course. All right, quick rundown on player stats. We got Tucker Melton, who came in the game off the bench, went 8 of 12 for 128 and a TD with a long of 49. And Bernard Cruz, who went 8 of 11 for 56, 2 TDs and a long of 21, and he was sacked once. In the rush game, we got Bernard Cruz with 15 attempts for 62 yards. And T. Stu with 11 attempts for 65 yards. And Tucker Melton came in with 6 attempts and 41 yards, so he didn't do too bad on the ground either. Receiving, AO, 4 receptions, 70 yards and a TD with a long of 49. Ben Harrington with 4 receptions, 28 yards and a TD. Tyrone, 2 receptions for 43 yards. And Tommy G, 1 reception for 15 yards and a TD. On the defensive side, we got Brett Austin with 6 solo tackles. No tackles for a loss, which he's a safety, so he ain't gonna get that many tackles for a loss. Deshaun Jones Jr. with 4 solo tackles. Carl Brooks with 4 solo tackles and 4 tackles for a loss. Blaine Spryce had the sack. Mr. Anderson had the interception. Games around the country, we got number 20, Iowa State. We got number 20, Iowa State beating Indiana 58-14. That's a beatdown right there. And we got Colorado over Colorado State 35-10. And we'll take a look at the stats here. The quarter breakdown. We came out with a 7-3 lead, and at the end of the first quarter, we put up 13 points to their 7 in the second quarter, 7-0 in our favor in the third quarter, and 7-6 in our favor in the fourth quarter. We win the first down battle, 22-16. We win the rushing yard battle, 210-135. We win the passing yard battle, 184-160, and the turnover battle, 0-1, and the time of possession battle, 24-11. So we win in every category, and we got a pretty convincing win over the number 2 team in the country. And of course, we already seen Tucker Melton was the offensive player of the game. Defensive player of the game was Blaine Spryce, 2 tackles for a loss, a sack, and a forced fumble. And me, the HC, I move up to level 13. All right, so first game of the season, we get a big time upset win over number 2 Clemson, 34-16. Solid win for Jackson. Clemson is unhappy with their poor showing against Bowling Green. They should be unhappy because we beat them boys down. But anyway, let's advance to the next week. I already had a jump start on the recruiting board that we won't have to sit through all that. And we have a bye week, so I guess we can go through that too. And we did go up in program prestige, so we are recruiting 4 stars now. Yeah, we found a gym, we done that. And we found a bus, yeah. We are number 18. So being the number 2 team bumped us up into the top 25. We should have been in the top 25 anyway, seeing as how we only lost 1 game last year, and that was against the number 4 team in the country. But that's here nor there. Let's get to the recruiting board. Let's see who do we have a chance to get and who we don't have a chance to get. I'm guessing we don't have a chance to get him, so let's remove him from the board. We don't have a chance with him. 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 No chance. No chance. No chance. USC is recruiting him pretty hard. Even though we're gaining 160, they already offered him a scholarship, so I'll leave him on the board, but I really don't see us getting Jesse Williams. We'll bump him up to 400. I'm gonna go in and get some more players back on the board, and we'll do a quick rundown when I come back. That way you don't have to sit through all this searching and all this good stuff. So
Lil' B fuck 'em up, Lil' B fuck 'em up.
But that'll do it for recruiting so far this year. And we can advance again to the next week since it's a bye week. And we got number 9 Arkansas coming in. Okay, be ranked in the top 25. And we found 6 gems. Look at the coach in the recruiting game. Okay, quick look at the top 25. Of course, we got Alabama, who is pretty much at the top of the list all the time. Besides last season, they didn't stay at the top for very long last season, I don't think. But they are 2-0 right now, and they on top. Ohio State in the number 2 position. Texas at number 3. They dropped from number 2 because they didn't play a game. And Ohio State beat Cincinnati. And we got Florida at number 4 and North Carolina rounding out the top 5. Okay, so I feel like we are gonna have to see, well, we might have to see North Carolina again. I don't know. It depends on if they make the playoff or not, and it depends on if we make the playoff or not. We need to be worried about this Arkansas game as they beat Fresno State 52-6. Let's go on down here. Clemson drops down to number 12 after losing to us. There we are at number 18 after beating number 2 Clemson. And that'll round out your top 25. Let's see who's on the early Heisman Watch. Of course, we got the reigning, defending, undisputed Heisman Trophy winner, Kenneth Walker, at the top of the list, as he should be. And we got the quarterback from Baylor. We got Travion Henderson from Ohio State, CJ Stroud from Ohio State, and Jace McClellan, a halfback from Bama. And I think that's going to do it for me. We've already hit week 3 in the first episode. Got the win over Clemson, as you may know already. Couldn't ask for the better start of the season. Knocking out the number 2 team, getting back into the top 25. And we're going up against another top 10 opponent in Arkansas. Like I said, we're going to find out real fast how good our team is. So far, so good. But with all that being said, make sure you hit that like button for your boy, man. That really helps out the channel. Also, make sure you subscribe. That also helps out the channel. And if you would, hit that share button, man. Share me, you know what I'm saying? Share me to your friends, to your family. I try to keep the videos as clean as possible, even though we have some outbursts here and there. I got this voice in my head that likes to scream out things. There's here no there. Yeah, make sure you like, subscribe, share, and yeah, make sure you comment. You leave a comment, I will try to comment back. More than likely I will. You know, let me know what's going on, man. Let me know if you like the videos, if you dislike the videos. I'm your HC. This is BG. We're season 2, but it's week 3. I'm out.